This will be essentially a modified garlic bread, except there is no garlic in this recipe. We found that these seasonings work very well together, and feel free to follow along and make it for yourself. I would like to quickly go over hydration if you don't already know what it is. Dough hydration refers to the percentage of water weight to flour weight in a given recipe. If a bread is 70% hydration dough, then you add 70 milliliters of water for every 100 grams of flour. Pretty simple. Now the bread we'll be making is a 65% hydration dough, and we'll be using 150 grams of flour, which means we use about 98 milliliters or grams of water. You can increase or decrease this recipe if you wish, just keep the hydration percentage the same. Heat up your water to about 100 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit and dissolve a tablespoon of sugar as well as a teaspoon of active dry yeast and allow the mixture to sit and activate. Cover with plastic and put a cloth underneath the container so the heat escapes less quickly. Weigh out 2% of the flour weight in salt, which in this case is 3 grams. In a small bowl, combine basil, rosemary, thyme, and fennel sparingly, as fennel can quickly overpower the taste of the bread. After 10 minutes of allowing the yeast mixture to get frothy, add it to the flour and begin mixing. Add a bit of olive oil and knead the dough. The olive oil allows the dough to remain moist. Once you have reached a cohesive mass, spread the salt over the dough and knead the salt in by folding and pressing into the dough. Now spread your herbs across the dough and do the same thing, fold and incorporate. The kneading process should take about 5 to 10 minutes. Now to the side, oil a bowl well and set the dough in it and cover with cling wrap. We proofed this dough in the oven for about 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Let rise for about an hour or until it has doubled in size. Punch the dough down after proofing, form it into a neat dough ball, and let proof again for another hour.
Oh, wait. You didn't even do it at the same time.
You messed it up.
You messed it up.
No, you messed it up.
You made it weird.
You messed it up.
You messed it up.
No, you messed it up.
Once the dough has been double proofed, carefully remove from the bowl onto a parchment baking sheet. We cooked the bread in a toaster oven at 350 degrees for about 15 to 25 minutes, or until a deep golden crust has formed. And until the internal temperature is 190 degrees or more. Allow the bread to cool and then feel free to cut in. This is an easy bread to make at home, and yes, the fennel seems a bit out of place, but it really brings a certain bright and star anise-like flavor to the bread that really works with the Italian seasonings, we think. Feel free to cut into slices, put cheese on it, and toast it, and turn it into a wonderful Italian cheese bread to go with any pasta dish.
Okay, what's up? Yeah, I thought the fennel would be too strong. Mm-hmm. Like when I first bit into it, I was like, whoa, fennel.
But it plays kind of nice.
These makes it taste more like Italian. It's also a nice saltiness.
It is. The salt is really crucial.
I've never like measured my salt. Usually I just put in however much I think looks like a lot. Well,
it makes a huge difference. If I was undersalting my bread,
I
found out I actually have to put in more than I think I need.
Like 2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 grams of flour
like
for
2 or
every
3%.
100 grams of flour.